English translation 283rd contact. Monday, 15th May 2000, 01:28 hours.
Greetings, Eduard.
And you are warmly welcome and, of course, also greeted, my friend. I thought you would stop by when I heard from Florina that you were one of the 4 people walking on the center grounds. It was exactly 22:32 hours when Freddie and I saw Florina flying over the center from west to east, about the same speed and altitude as Ptaah did on the 29th of May 1999 at 2051 HRs. Afterwards, we saw during the next 35 minutes at least 2 ships in different altitudes cruising across the night sky, whereby we could observe also once a combustion of static energy. However, it was not the same as at that time, when Jacobus saw an energy burn, whereby a several hundred meters long fire rain fell from the ship from to the ground, but we saw only a disc-shaped flaring in large height. Before this event we saw 3 similar processes, but we are not sure whether they were also energy burns.
You are talking about the 3 energy-burning processes during a flight from north to southeast?
Exactly, so they were energy burns after all. Florina let me know, by the way, that monitoring flights are always carried out, and the near and far surroundings of the center are covered if any of you go for a walk there.
That is correct. This time 2 aircrafts were used for monitoring and surveillance, piloted by Ptaah and Florina. The linear air distance surveillance radius is 30 kilometers. It is monitored in all directions.
So 60 kilometers circle diameter. May I ask why you monitor such a large area during your walks?
It is for our safety, which we must be concerned about both terrestrial and extraterrestrial interventions.
Is it right that I think of the earthly and extraterrestrial men in black in particular?
In this relationship, your thoughts are moving in the right direction. But there are also earthly interventions to consider that do not relate to the men in black. But also those things and occurrences have to be considered which we have not been able to clarify until today, like the inexplicable incidents in the center, as well as the presence of those foreigners on the earth, who we observe and with whom we have not been able to come into contact yet, although it is questionable whether we can ever do this.
I understand. It is probably not appropriate to ask more, so I would like to show you the drawings by Victor, who tried to improve the portrait of Simyase drawn by Eichenberger. Here, please.
Simyase, picture drawn by Victor Bickel, based on a drawing by Eugen Eichenberger from the year 1982. Simyase in profile. Imaginary drawing by Victor Bickel.
No, I am not happy about that. In contrast to Eichenberger's original drawing according to your specifications, this drawing by no means represents my daughter. The picture looks more like an imaginative angel than my daughter Simyase. The picture drawn by your details is actually Simyase. You should therefore make an effort if you want to make a better drawing so that the improvements correspond to reality and not to a fantasy.
Christian Krakowski has already made a good drawing of Asket. I will therefore ask him if he can also work for the drawing that represents Simyase.
That would be very desirable.
While we are on the drawings, I had Florina ask you if you could agree to make a drawing representing Svath. As she then told me, you agreed. But now I would like to ask you if you can make a drawing of Quetzal's portrait and a self-portrait of yourself. For your self-portrait, I have a mirror here in which you can look at yourself.
I agree with that, yes. But I cannot make portrait drawings for you because I would have to have several hours for each picture. Therefore, you have to be content with line drawings, which I can make in about 20 or 30 minutes.
Of course I am satisfied with that too.
Atlant is a good draftsman, Barbara and Christian are also talented in it. You should all make an effort. You can then use the best works.
Then we may also publish the works. Also your portrait?
Of course, there are no reasons that would forbid this.
I only thought of Sim Yase when I wanted to ban her on film.
Firstly, there were certain reasons at the time why her picture was not distributed, and secondly, your wish was a photograph you wanted to take.
Sim Yase, according to Billy, drawn by graphic artist Eugen Eichenberger, 5th May 1982.
What about photos of you now?
Unfortunately, this has to be rejected. Drawings, yes, but no photos.
Good. Here you have paper and pencil. You can sit here in the armchair to make your line drawings. I will keep quiet until you are done drawing.
That is desirable, yes, because a conversation would be disturbing. Thank you. So here you have what was wished for.
In fact, how you live and breathe. Also Quetzal and Svath, without any doubt. Thank you so much. But what do you think? Can you also find doppelgangers on Earth of you as well as of Quetzal and Svath?
This is to be assumed, because both we and the Earthlings of the Henoch lineage have things in common, so that there is also a doppelganger existence.
Do you just know where such doppelgangers can be found?
At least everywhere where white humans live.
Quite extensive.
There is no other answer to your question.
It is enough for me. I just thought that the white race is widespread.
Actually, yes.
Again, a question concerning the Sim Yase picture. Is there anything to change on the Eichenberger drawing? I do not have the picture or the portrait of your daughter so exactly in mind that I can still see details. Back then, it was probably 18 years ago, when the drawing was made according to my information, but it was still different. Today I only remember Sim Yase as she is depicted in the drawing.
That is quite natural, because with time, the pictorial memories fade as well as the mental ones. Therefore, if you have my daughter in your figurative memory as she is shown on the drawing, you still have a very good memory picture of her. However, I have to say that the draftsman did not work very exactly according to your specifications, which is why some changes would be very appropriate for improvement. Maybe Christian could work there too.
According to your wish, I will ask him for it. But I already said that.
He will surely agree with it. But now, my friend, duty calls me again.
I do not want to hold you up, but maybe you can tell me who went for a walk on the center grounds tonight?
That is no secret. There was Njana, Zaphanat Paneak, Galdon, and me.
Thank you. Then I have no more questions. Goodbye, and let us see you again soon.
On occasion, this will be the case. Sahlomi, Eduard.
Take care and Salome, Ptaah.